So Candace Owens rips it up in Congress. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Common Sense Logic and Reason. And as always, thank y'all for joining me today. Now, by now, I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar and has heard of when Candace Owens, she was in a hearing in Congress. And this was a hearing about, hate crime legislation, which has never made any sense to me because, what's the difference between a hate crime and a love crime? Never could understand that. But she was there. She was asked to be there by the Republicans. And the reason why, because when she was in high school, she was a victim of a hate crime. And she was there to speak on it. And, of course, and by the way, when they say hate crime, they mean white nationalists because only white people commit hate crimes, right? But anyway, she was speaking on, the issue and how it wasn't white nationalists who attacked her when she was in Philadelphia at the restaurant. It wasn't white nationalists that attacked her in high school. So she was attacked by Ted Lieu, Congressman Ted Lieu. And he, in true liberal fashion, doing what liberal leftists do, he took a quote of hers completely out of context. And this was a quote that she made, that she spoke about Adolf Hitler. And he played this quote trying to imply that she supported Adolf Hitler, or she made a quote that was pro-Hitler. But he, of course, he took this cut and paste a certain segment of what she said completely out of context and completely ignoring the reason why she spoke that in the first place. And she was asked about nationalism, and she was basically defending nationalism, saying that there's nothing wrong with it, even though the leftists and the globalists want to discredit and demonize nationalism because it basically conflicts with their globalist agenda. But she, again, he took the quote completely out of context, and then she was forced to defend herself. First of all, she said that Ted Lieu must think that black people are stupid, not thinking that people are not going to go and see the whole video and put it into real context for themselves, and then doesn't. They cut in and say that, told her not to criticize people or basically members of the committee, not to criticize them, not to call them stupid. What she didn't call them stupid. She just said he must think that black people are stupid, and not just black people, but anybody. Anyone, or they think that no one would go online and look at the full context of what she said and put it into the right context. So not just black people. And amazing how they say not to criticize the members of the committee while at the same time criticizing her and calling her a liar, lying on her. But anyway, she, in true Candace Owens fashion, she defended herself well, and she basically ripped Ted Lieu and the rest of these congressmen a new one for the lies they spoke against her. Again, she pretty much came out in defense of nationalism and saying that there's nothing wrong with it. And sure, Hitler was a nationalist, but they always keep throwing out the part that he was a socialist. Okay, he was a nationalist socialist as opposed to a nationalist capitalist. But anyway, what's the purpose of me making this video? Really and truly, I always say that the left, they can't come at you straight up with a straight up argument. They're very hypocritical. They have to come at you with sideways. They have to come at you with lies and half truth. Well, that's what that whole argument was. It was basically half truth. Well, lies and half truth, because did Candace Owens make the statement? Sure. And it wasn't. I don't completely agree with what she said about Hitler only being a nationalist, meaning that if he would only kept it in Germany and not try to be a globalist and push his agenda on everyone else, because he did kill 6 million Jews and kill people, Germans in the nation who were sympathizers for the Jews. So that was wrong on his part. But even that cut and paste statement still does not is not equal to her supporting Hitler. But it was just taken completely out of context, and that's how the liberal leftists have to act. You know, they're hypocrites. First, they criticize her and lie on her, and then going to tell her not to criticize them. Well, if you don't want her to criticize you, which she never really did, then don't criticize her. She just said that they're the liars, and they were. They was lying through their teeth with that basically cut and paste audio that they played of her, and clearly they knew she was going to be there. Obviously, Ted Lou knew that she was going to be there because it seems to me that they had that little audio they played. It was already. But anyway, the left have to always come at you with these side arguments. That's why I say this so that you know this. You know that they will come with these left-handed arguments, these lies that have truth. So whenever you're dealing with leftists, you have to always be prepared for that. And she conducted herself admirably. I'm telling you, we just had the Captain Marvel. Hell, she needs her Captain Marvel uniform because Candace Owens don't play. But anyway, y'all, just another example how the left can be so hypocritical. And as always, until next time.